Alrighty guys, we are back on the 442. I just got the trunk sanded down and took the plastic off, sanded the whole car with 600 on the DA, and now I'm going to mask up for these rocker panels for the spray. So along the bottom rocker panels, it did have a little bit of a rocker protective stuff or whatever down there. Just a little bit, because a lot of it had been sanded off over the first time that it was painted. So anyway, I'm going to put it back. So this is the product right there. You can get this stuff, it's like 22 bucks for a pouch. But the big expense in this kind of stuff is the gun. So there's the gun. It's a 3M AccuSpray is basically what it is. It's a plastic gun. We use this at work solely for this stuff because we have our own personal paint gun, so I've never had luck using the AccuSpray system as far as when we first got this. The 3M rep came to the shop and was like, here's a AccuSpray kit, and it has like 4 or 5 tips in it or whatever. Give it a whirl, see if you like it. And that was in 2021. So this gun has been around our shop since 2021. Me and the other painter gave it a whirl. You know, just wasn't it for us. Okay. I know a lot of people like these things for painting, but we do not. So we told the rep, hey, it wasn't really for us. Here's your stuff back. And he's like, well, you guys are going to start using the 3M protector stuff for you know, like Silverados have them pretty heavy along the bottom, so just keep the kit, the gun or whatever, and just use it for that. So that's what we've been doing ever since. So this is like under 300 bucks for this whole kit thing. It comes with the gun, and it comes with different tips, and these tips are disposable actually. Hold on. So it's just you just kind of push these little tabs in, and then it supposedly just comes right off. See, like that. Yeah. So that's the kit, or that's the gun. Like I said, I'm going to go up probably 3 inches higher off the rocker. So it'll be like basically, me and the owner talked about this. Basically, the lower half of the vehicle, there's like a body line that comes down like circular, and then it comes in, and then there's the rocker. So I'm going to tape up the rocker so none of it gets inside the rocker jam, and tape up the jam, and then lay a piece of paper across the top here. You'll see it as I do it. And then yeah, and then you just attach that, you squish, you put it on top, hook it up, and this regulator has seen better days, but for what it is, it works perfect for this application. So I borrowed this for the weekend just to be able to do this. And like I said, longevity, 2021, and it still sprays this stuff with no problem. But I definitely wouldn't paint a car with it. My personal experience. Okay. So I'm gonna get after this. It's already starting to get really hot and muggy here. It's been raining a lot all week. I guess I'm like every particular painter. We have our certain ways we like to paint things. Basically today I'm gonna try to, because it's gonna take a lot to tape this up. I'm probably gonna get it all squared away as far as the rocker panel spray. Let that sit overnight, obviously, and then I don't know the specs on that, like when you can paint over it. We always do it at work. We let it sit overnight, and then we come back and paint whatever we're gonna paint. So I blew out that whole area right there, all along the wall, blew it all out, swept it up, cleaned it up. So today we'll probably be taping it up, closing up the booth, and then hopefully paint it tomorrow, I hope. Get out here kind of early before it starts getting all bluffy out. Yeah, that's a term, bluffy. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to start taping that up, and then we'll put that on, and then, yeah, here we go. that had a little gouge in it. I don't know if I had bumped it or something like that, so there's just a little bit of glazing putty in there, but the rocker spray covers all that up. So basically what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be back taping here up. I'm going to be concentrating on the lower rocker here, but whatever gets up here, it'll be like a nice fade, right? All the way down. Okay guys, I kind of messed up. I thought I hit record and I hit pause. So for doing the rocker panel spray, so at least I did record how I set it up. So that's here. Okay, so I pulled the paper off. Let me show you how I tape this. A gentleman was asking if I could show more in depth on how I tape things. So let me swap it around and then we'll show you that. So with here, I just taped it along the edge right there. And then just so it has, whoops, so just a little bit of a line in there. Okay. And then like that. And then back here, or underneath here, I back taped it and then rolled it up. So nothing will catch. I know this is kind of hard, holding the camera and trying to do this at the same time. Just kind of bear with me. That way, whoops, I forgot my tape. Didn't take it all off. So now we're protected, whoops. Yeah, if it would focus. Protected all the way up there. And then as far as up as it went, I taped up in there too. All clean. So all we have is just a tiny little line over the lip. So, with the door shut, now you can see what I'm saying. So basically it just protected it, whoops, just protected it from getting up in here. But it's a gradual fade all the way along the bottom. Yep. Cool beans. And this is the same, all the way down. And then like I said, I had a little extra. So I just put a little extra right there. And there it is. So the really great thing about this system, this, is all you do is just unplug this and you throw all this away. You can rewash these, or you can clean these out, the tips out. I guess if you were in a painting situation you could, but when you buy these packs, they come with a new tip. So what's the point? So you just pull it and then, yeah. Just like that. And then all you do is just clean this little part right there. And that's it. Easy peasy. So the owner just called me just now and he's gonna stop by. He wants to look at it, see what I'm doing. He only lives like 10-15 minutes away anyway, so he's gonna drop by. So I gotta let that rocker panel spray dry up a little bit before I can start taping the doors and the door jambs and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna do some more cleaning because you can never get a shop too clean when you're about to paint. And that's what I'm gonna work on. We'll be back. Alright guys, so the owner just left. He basically just came over to start the car and he wanted to look at it. Then we got talking, you know, that kind of deal. But here in Florida, especially right now, it is the rainy season. So the weather can change pretty quick. So it's about 11 o'clock. It's supposed to start raining between 1 and 2 and pretty much rain until it stops, right? Scattered thunderstorms, blah, blah, blah. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taping this thing up. And I want to close the curtain up so no junk comes in here, because not only does it rain here, but it also gets pretty windy. So I want to get the Velcro on the wall up there so it'll stick, so it won't, the curtain won't come like this if it does get a little windy. But right now I'm going to tape up the front end. So that's done, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I will tell you, he's getting super excited about getting the car back. I had to tell him that it's not just painting it and then, hey, come and grab it. It's painting it, wait 2 weeks, sand it back down, do the striping, then clear it, do the stripes and clear it, and then from there, probably another month and a half to get the interior all back together, because I have to do all the door panels and all that stuff. So, but anyway, I never realized that it would be this long of a process to paint his car. He thought I was just going to sand down some 320, shoot some paint on it, and Bob's your uncle, it's out the door. Not what I can do. So anyway, so I'm going to tape it all up. All that's going to get papered underneath. I just have that in there just because I have it in there. So let me start taping. So along here, I'm going to back tape it and then fold it over. This is all going to get covered with paper all the way up, and then back taped all through there. So this one's pretty straightforward, right? Okay guys, this is the way I'm taping this up. There's probably a million ways, different ways of taping it up, but this is how I'm doing it. So let me, once I get this all kind of lined out, I'll bring you in real close and show you. Some areas I'm going to show you while I do it. So there was a gentleman, like I said, that asked if I could show in detail on how I'm taping this, especially the doors. So I think that little spot right there, I can get to it. So with the door shut, I'm looking at it. As long as I'm taping it the way I'm going to tape it, I can right in there, and there won't be any line, hard line or like a dry spot between the door and the A-pillar. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that, but yeah. Here we have the front end taped. It's all back taped all the way down, covered up, and this is rolled back over on itself and down. We do have some tape over the holes over there. I gotta finish the outside here, but once I close that down, and this is what I was talking about here, I can get color down in there and clear with no worries. So I guess it's just over years of experience, you kind of get it, right? So I'm going to shut the hood down and see how that looks. As you can see, it's starting to get dark out. It's about to rain. So yeah, anyway, so let me shut this down. Yep, let me show you. So with the tape folded back on itself, like back taping, it gets right in there, and that's going to be a soft edge through there. So if what I do is I'll take like a little bit of 2000 and just knock down that edge and then just buff that. But you have to remember, this is tape 1. After I paint it blue, I'm untaping the whole car, and just before I do everything else, I'm going to tape it all back up for clear. You know, when I do the white stripes down the side and on the hood. So it's just something I do. It's a cleaner job. It's a lot of material, don't get me wrong. It certainly is. But, yep. Alrighty, so now I'm going to work on the back half. So it started to rain, so I put my front up so it wouldn't get wet up there. But yeah, so I'm just taping the back like I did last time. So I'm going to finish that up. Then when I get into the doors, I'll bring you in real close and then take a look. Okay guys, so as far as all the door jambs go, I'm using this foam edge tape. I personally don't really like it. Like at work, we don't use it. Well, we used to use it, but then we just kind of got away from using it. But it'll go, yeah. But when you put this stuff down, you can't pull it. So it's just like however it lays is how it sets in there, right? So there, and then I'm putting it on this side, on that side. I'll put another piece down below. But then this is what I did over here. Right here, there's a cutoff point right there. So, and then I'm gonna throw a little paper right here, because my biggest thing isn't the overspray from the blue or the clear. My biggest thing is the overspray from the sealer, because the sealer is a gray color. So I'm gonna put a little piece of paper right here, and then I'm gonna shut that up, and then tape from here to up there, and then the same with there. So I'll just shut this real quick. And then all in there will be just a slight edge in there that I can just, with a little 2000, and just buff it right off. Yep. And then down here, I can get in there with paint, like that. Alright, so I'm going to open up the door, and then I'm going to finish taping this off, and then I'll do the other side. That's the stuff. I got it off Amazon. I get everything off Amazon. Smooth edge foam masking tape. So now I'm going to tape the driver's side door. So I'll show you. So with this, you have to make sure you pull out enough all the way because you don't want any tension. No tension. Right? And then one side is sticky. So you just set it, and then you just follow it down. Like that. Let me show you. So let me show you. The tape right there. Closes it right up. Alright guys, so there is the base. This is the only thing I'm kind of worried about is the sun shooting in right on this nose cone in the front. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Alrighty.
Alright, 'cause I got a lot of stuff to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this done. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so there is the base. This is the only thing I'm kind of worried about is the sun shooting in right on this nose cone in the front. But other than that, it looks pretty good.
guys, that's gonna wrap up this weekend. You get, for me, it was I don't know, about 95, 96 degrees yesterday when I sprayed this, and you really have to go fast around it. I'm actually kind of tired today, I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired here. So some inefficiencies in the booth. So this is the first time I painted in this booth, a whole car at that. So the hood, the first 2 feet or so of the roof has got some trash in it. Now the trunk I painted back here where the exhausting fan was, right? So the trunk only has like very minimal trash. The sides, yeah, I mean the sides just a little nub here and there, and that's it. But the hood and the front of the roof right there has got some trash in it. So there is, I know in the video here I put 2 coats of clear and then I went like that. Actually, I waited 15 minutes and I went in there and I put 1 more wet coat of clear on there. So I burned through a gallon of clear on this, just the car. I'm not including all the door jams that I've already done or the under the door, everything. But just to clear this 3 times, it was 1 gallon of clear. So I know, I mean, at this point, if we weren't doing the stripes and stuff, I know that I could wet sand it out and buff it and it would be no problem. But thankfully that we are going to be doing this again, meaning clearing this after we put the stripes down there. And on the hood, that the whole car will be sanded down again with 800. I may do it with wet, maybe 800 with wet sand the whole thing, you know, like block it all out or whatever. But I'm going to change my way of painting it, right? So instead of that way where the intake fans are, where the forced air intake is, I'm going to spin it around and I'm going to have the hood towards the back of the booth in front of the fans. If you do see in the video, it does fill up quite quick. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when you're doing an entire car, this room fills up quick. But I will say after about 2 to 3 minutes after I stop clearing totally, it clears it right out. So it's okay. Like I mean, the only bad thing is my glasses get covered with overspray, and these are polycarbonate glasses. They're not glass, so I can't just wipe them. So they're a little foggy around the corners, but I'm up for new glasses anyway, so I'm gonna get glass ones just for like my work and here, so I can just with that thinner and clean them. But yeah, so that's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy that we got the first round done. Like I said, I will be waiting at least 2 weeks, maybe 3, before I come through and sand this all down. When we do go with the stripes, the owner is going to be here, and we're going to lay the stripes down, and then he's going to say yes or no. And if he says yes, we're good. We'll shoot the white. If he says no, we'll peel them up and we'll keep going until he likes them. So I'll stick in a picture right here of the stripes down the side that he's looking at. Yeah, he sent me that yesterday, but that's how he wants the stripes, is right there and then all the way down and then down. What I will do is I'll walk you around the car. It's hard to see it actually because it's so bright. I sent him a video and it's just, you can see it's hard to see. It's shiny, it's super gloss, but let me bring you down and then I'll walk you around real quick. I'll show you the trashy areas, which is the hood and the top of the trunk, hood, roof right there. And then if you watch the videos of me clearing, you'll see in the corners right here, as the clear goes, it goes like this. So there's a lot of turbulence in those corners, that corner and that corner over there. So that's creating some weirdness, we'll just say. It was raining yesterday while I was painting. It started raining, so not only dealing in 80 or 90 plus degrees, I was using slow hardener and reducer, but also I have a ton of humidity in the air too. It doesn't bother me so much. You just have to wait between base coats in order to put the clear on so nothing gets trapped, you know, so you don't get any like blushing or modeling or anything like that. The more you paint over the years, the more you kind of get an idea of it. But it is a transparent color. It did take five coats of base over the whole thing, even though there was no lights down below, I could see beautiful. Like, there wasn't any issues. I didn't have to take a flashlight and shine it in there, you know, and see, oh, did I cover? And it was beautiful as far as that goes. But yeah, and then right after I got done painting, I cleaned out my guns, and then I untaped it. So I like to untape stuff right when it starts getting a little bit past tacky. I just don't like, I don't know, I just untape everything as soon as I paint it, just so it doesn't have like a, you know, it doesn't peel or whatever. I don't know, that's just what I do. So let me swap you around and then we'll finish this up. So we will start with the front. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see because it's just bright in here. But if you look pretty close, see it? You can see the little bit of trash throughout the hood. I mean, I'm not trying to hide that, I'll tell you. It was a bear. But I feel that with these guys coming down here, it's a lot of turbulence right there. Just this whole area over there. And then that one I put a filter over it, and it was just too much turbulence in here, in the front. So as we sit, I'm gonna push it over there and maybe do something with the orange truck while this is over there cooking off. And then when we bring this back in, the front will be facing that way. But, I mean, as much as you can see it, pretty smooth, no ripples down it, and then like, it's hard to show you. I mean, I see it. There it is. See it? Just a little bit right there and there. Ooh, right here. I mean, it's more trash than I like. I know some people will be like, oh man, that looks awesome. And it does look awesome, don't get me wrong. Seeing this in blue versus the primer that it's been for so long, it's kind of like a shock to my system, I'm not gonna lie. And then here I have like that, you know, just like 4 or 5 little guys right there. And that was because I painted that right in front of the fan. So let me move around this baby. But as you can see how I taped it, there's no line right there. Well, I can feel a little bit of line, but I'll just that right there with some 2000 and then just hit it by hand, and that line will disappear. But I like it. Like I said, along the sides, there's just a little bit of trash. Let me see, where is it? Right here. Right there, see, right there, and a piece right there. But overall, dude, this is awesome. And then there it is, right? And then the whole rocker panel spray came out amazing. It looks perfect. I mean, I'm not gonna lie here. So let me open this up. And with the foam edge tape, see that? It's like nothing's there. Just a little with 2000, and that's it. And then up here, I taped it off right here, so all that. Basically, these shims look like they were put together after the car was painted. That's kind of how I wanted it to look. I thought that was pretty cool. And then just shut the door. There it is. Yeah. Okay. So that is gonna wrap up this weekend on the painting. Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming in here and taking a peek and seeing this beast finally painted. It's a little bit getting used to because now it's blue. It's a nice blue, right? I mean, When we throw the tires on it and pull it outside, we'll get a better video of it walking around. But when we do that, it'll probably be after we put the stripe on. But I'll be honest, I may pull it off anyway, because these go jacks are kind of a pain in the butt when you're clearing, because they come off the car like 12 inches. So you're losing 12 inches of space to come across that big hood. You know, it's like, oh, I tripped over it once. I tripped over it. I almost fell. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's painted, round one. So thanks again for sticking out with me and watching along. And I will catch you on the next one for sure. Yeah, like I said, about 2 or 3 weeks we'll be back on this. Let's letting it sit up. But yeah, go and build something cool. Thanks. Bye.